Truth. So a nigga done hit 2 roofs. That's a new meaning when you say
he ain't got 2 roofs when they ain't got no more hair.
I thought we was going serious. You said he did put a rank on the nigga. He did this here to put a ranking session on the nigga together, y'all.
I ain't got no hair either, nigga. What you mean?
Talk about
He
hair.
ain't got no fucking hair.
Man.
I don't know who the fuck this is. This nigga hooded up.
Grit
This
boys.
might be JB.
No!
Man. You say Grit Boys.
It's Grit Boys. It's school,
fuck is
man.
that?
Yeah,
It's
man.
not no motherfucking school.
See, that's why I been tripping. He been trying to figure out who this nigga in this hoodie. The whole time I know you. That makes sense. He almost ain't got no
I
hair
see
too,
this
though.
nigga cheek smiling too. It's that nigga too.
It's that nigga, man. Live in the flesh, man.
I mean, pause. I don't just mean to know a nigga by their cheeks.
Man.
But that nigga cheek.
Yeah, man. In the building. R.I.P. Big House. Know what I'm saying?
Man, that's crazy.
Jonathan. Man, where we was at when John died, bro? We was together, wasn't we?
Mike.
I left Scores and I went to Pearl Homes. I was at Scores and then I went over there.
Nah, I was in L.A. You called me. So I'm headed over there.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. We done took some heavy losses, man. This game has not been good on the real nigga side. Like on the cool, man. Cause we done went through Mo, Poe. Come on, man. Ooh, anyway. You tune in to the motherfucking one-on-one with Mike D Mike D right now. Exclusive shit. My brother in the building, man. The king of the ghetto, man. I'm talking about the king of pain. Yeah, your baby mama favorite rapper, nigga. Joseph McVeigh wrote the Van Drops in the building. Let's cracking cup.
Shit, I'm in this bitch.
Man, yeah, we are definitely in this motherfucker, man. What's going down, man? You want where your mind at, man? You know, we kind of wanted this to be like just we cooling and then y'all get a glimpse of what's going on. So, where your mind at tonight, Ro? Where you want to go, brother? You got shit to get off your chest, man. You want to start there?
I ain't gonna even say I got shit to get off my chest. But it's probably some shit some people wanna know. Some shit some people wanna know about.
Right. First of all, you got this incredible album coming out, man. What's going on with the music, man?
Call Me Rotha. That's the name of it. December 13th. I mean, you know, I'm just promoting this motherfucker like I'm supposed to. Cause this is what I do, you know what I'm saying? I do music. I don't do nothing else. I do music, so December 13th, I'm doing some more music. And I want motherfuckers to, I mean, you can't even say buy it no more, stream it. I mean, it ain't like it's no money, but I just want my people that been fucking with my music just to keep on fucking with my music when it come out on December 13th.
I know that's right, man. It's been 20 plus in the game, man, and like you revered the GOAT out of Houston, man. Top slot, man. I'm talking about top shotter, man. The who's who know what it is, man. Like, where this journey began at, bro? When did you, like, let's go there, man. Let's just dig there before we go there, man. When did you, after playing that athletic shit, say, man, I'm finna be a rapper? How the hell you get influenced with that?
Selling crack. On Ridge, man. Fucking around with Booby. Shano, you know, fucking around with them niggas. Back when a nigga used to be cool with Mexican D and, you know, this way back when that nigga Mexican D was going over around the Randy house every motherfucking day. You know, by the wash. You know, nigga, I used to be in the car. Like, this back when the instrumental used to come on, or just a screw tape used to just come on and, you know, Screw get to chopping Friends or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to you. Hellraisers on the rise. Then I'm rapping over that shit, and my partner's telling me, bitch, you sound good. You need to do something with that. But at the same time, they telling me, all right, that's enough of that. Cut that crack up.
Damn.
So, you know, I don't know. I just decided to do an album one day, and that's what it was. I did an album. I did an album with somebody who ain't really. I did an album with a nigga who tried to kill me too.
Damn.
Nigga thought I robbed him in Fifth Ward. It was me and the nigga. Man, hold on, cause I'm kind of drunk. Man, look. Yeah, I don't even want to say too many names, but I'ma just say Nickel Nuts. We had a group. I was still at Willow Ridge with this shit. And we ain't put this shit out, but we did a whole record. Me and my nigga right now, you can find this shit in King Flea Market. That Slab Soldier soda water, you know who I'm talking about? Yeah, you know. That was the first group I ever was in. It wasn't none of this shit, niggas. It wasn't no gorilla. It was me and this nigga. And we was rapping hard in the motherfucker in the early 90s. If that shit would have came out, that shit would have been epic.
Come on, man.
But I mean, I started doing songs then. You know what I'm saying? It ain't get professional till 98 though. Herman Fisher.
This pre-Gorilla Mob, pre-Herman Fisher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nickel Nuts, I think that's the name of our group. It was called Nickel Nuts. Nickel Nuts. I don't know why it was called that, because I wasn't from the nickel or nothing, and maybe that nigga was, but I don't know. But yeah, man, you know, shout out to that nigga Agony Life, man.
That's wild, man.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga, you know, me and that nigga there, that was I'm talking about we had records. I'm talking about early 90s.
You wasn't Zero at that time either,
I
though.
don't even know who I was.
Damn, because you
was
got a
that long
hood
ago.
name.
I know it was like Daddy Z.
Yeah.
I was acapella for a little while.
Yeah, hold up, Daddy Z,
Yeah, I
man.
was Daddy Z.
The boy, AKA Daddy Z, man. That's crazy, but you know, them early names is just what it was, you know what I mean?
Them hoes was fraud.
I'm talking about, I had some crazy names too, man, but 2020, man, so let's
I ain't gonna lie though, like,
there
why
you go.
you asking me all this shit? What your early name was? Like Lotion Throat?
Lotion Throat. You
Lotion Throat.
Lotion. Now, check it out, though. It was DMD. Devastating Michael Dixon.
Hey, man, you old as a bitch.
Then I had another one, Jameen.
I ain't gonna lie, you don't even need another.
After
Devastating.
That's what I battled Big Mello. That was my name then.
I ain't gonna lie.
And K Reno.
Hold on. You was devastating.
Devastating, nigga. I used to beatbox. Wow. Fuck the rapping. I was the beatbox.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Man, let me tell you something.
See, this
Wow.
gonna be different. you finna flip this,
This
on
nigga
me, nigga.
devastating Michael Dixon, man.
Yeah, that's deep.
I gotta smoke on that.
That's deep, man. Since we going now, all right, Daddy, see, we gonna go there.
But devastating though.
Yeah, okay, well, shit.
Man.
There it is.
Was you ever devastating 5?
Oh,
School.
nigga.
Have you ever been devastating before? You was?
Damn right.
You called yourself that though? Devastating school.
I hope not.
I was the devastating school. Know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, that's breakdancing days. And
So
shit,
you was
man.
breaking?
Fucking right.
Your knees used to work?
They told you to work and used to go the same way.
I ain't never moved in such a manner.
Man,
I couldn't do it. I was too cool.
Nigga, top rocking, ticking, and hey, man, I used
Nah, I ain't finna, nah.
windmilling.
Nah, shit, nah.
Yeah. Big ass head spinning on.
I did the standstill
Oh,
every day.
So you never got into the kid and play?
Why would I wanna, like, first of all, this nigga kid, he was getting hoed in every house party.
Man.
I ain't wanna be like that.
Neither one of them.
And play, you know, with the, I mean.
He's a player though.
Yeah, but I ain't wanna be, I was just rapping. I was just rapping and trying to fuck with a bitch.
Okay, so during this early era, was
that
that
nigga try to go right to the interview?
Yeah,
you
was
see how
that the
I picked up on
ABN?
that shit?
Yeah, was that you was screaming ABN? Because I'm trying to figure out why the fuck, like, if you an asshole in the 8th grade, bro, where does this persona come from, bro? I'm gonna ask the shit they want to hear, man.
I'm not. I seem like an asshole. Like,
I
just
know
honestly,
you.
But I mean, I'm asking you like straight up. Like, I seem like an asshole.
You know you act like an asshole all the time.
But how can you say that though?
Okay.
No, I'm in the conversation. Like, how can you say I'm an asshole? Because I guarantee you I got a counter for it.
Oh,
but just tell me how you could think that I'm an asshole.
Because if a person don't approach you the right way, you gonna hold them accountable. Yeah, you gonna hold them. But that don't make you an asshole. But you do it in you have the character. You'll be like, you live up to it. It's like I've seen fans come up to you and be like ready for the experience, and I'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Have I ever called them out their name? No.
Not unless they deserved it. It's always been.
So when I'm disrespected, I don't disrespect you back. I just show you that you disrespected me, and that makes me an asshole.
Nah, it actually don't.
I'm just saying, though.
Yeah.
Because me and you sitting here talking right now. And if a nigga just open up the car door and just, hey, man, look, man, I ain't interrupt. And I'd be like, but yet you did. The fuck do you want? Do you see something else going on right now? So if you can't wait for this shit to go on, you know what I'm saying? And a nigga gonna be like, I'm not out of line for telling the motherfucker they out of line.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if I walk up on you and I'm just, hey, hold on, I don't mean to interrupt. Ho ass nigga, you know I mean to interrupt. I said it like I meant to interrupt. I said it louder than your conversation, which meant I was trying to interrupt. So if I slap the fuck out the side or the back or the front of your motherfucking face, am I out of line? I shouldn't be out of line.
Yeah.
Because you probably told somebody, hey, watch this right quick. Hey, look out, I don't mean it. And then I'll slap the shit out your bitch ass. Bitch ass nigga.
Right quick, right fast.
I ain't wrong. This is in Jesus' name.
But
nigga.
ChristianMingle.com.
Whatever kind of calm it is, it ain't wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying, it ain't wrong.
And I
don't really be doing, but people don't have that.
You have self-accountability too that you stand on, which I know make life like very lonely at times, the standards you hold.
Man, I ain't got nobody. And that's the price to pay for like this bullshit ass standing on business shit. That's the price that you pay for that shit. I want that shit so 100 that I'm not finna deal with your 87%. And then in the same coin, if I don't fuck with you like that, I can't really be 100% with you. It's the same shit. I can't be 80%. I gotta detach. Cause it ain't always just the other person. It's me sometimes. I can't deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm people too. So I'm like, I wake up and be like, nigga, fuck you too, nigga. For nothing. I mean, shit, nigga, I'm tired. I'm tired like the nigga next door. So shit, I don't try to put that shit on people. I stay the fuck away from people.
I know that's right, man. That's a beautiful thing, because they don't know what accountability is. And I tell them all the time, if you approach them the right way, you're going to get the right response.
It ain't really no such thing as the right way, though.
What is a fan's right way when they
It ain't
pulling
no
up?
such.
Like they want to get a picture or
It
they
ain't
see
no.
you
It
out.
ain't
How
no.
do they
It
approach
ain't
you?
no such thing as the right way because I don't know who I'm gonna be at that moment. They don't know what type of fan they gonna be at that moment. So I can't tell a motherfucker what the right way is, what the right way is, or what the wrong way is. All I can be like is it's always smooth on the first, on the first interaction. But if I say something that they don't like, then they gonna say something that they know I'm not finna like, and then I'm finna be like, it's probably finna start out with a bitch, and then it's gonna go from there. So the thing that most people hate me for is because I ain't gonna take your picture all the time.
Right.
Like our partner Baby Bad, she be like, don't be a dick, take the pic. I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking the picture every motherfucking time. I'm not really walking around this motherfucker like I'm a rapper all the time. I might be out here trying to do some real super duper illegal shit, and you notice me, and hey, can I get a, hey man, you fuck on.
I'm in the middle of something.
Like, nigga, can you 3, 4 in the morning? It didn't happen.
Come
It didn't
on,
happen.
man.
I done went to jail leaving your house
Yeah.
a couple times. It didn't happen. I didn't get to where I'm got to go, and I'm like, damn, I ain't got no papers. Suit up to the shell. Ain't nobody there when I get out the car. On the way to the car, it's the parking lot full. Ro, can I get a... Man, look.
Here we go.
I might got on wife beater. I
Yeah.
still might got on my pajama business at the bottom.
Yeah, and they want to pick.
Yeah, and they like, hey, can I get a pic? You want to take a pic of you want to take a pic of me, and I'm sitting here looking like a Tyler Perry character, nigga, cause I done just walked out my motherfucking house. I'm like, damn, I need to get you know what I'm saying? So I got to be a hoe. Nah, I don't want to take no picture. Ah, nigga, you can't take no picture. You a bitch. Nah, nigga, your mama's a bitch, with his big dick ass, hoe ass nigga.
Man,
bitch.
There you go.
Nah, I'm wrong, right? Because I'm like, I just don't want to be on your picture, you know what I'm saying, looking like Uncle Junior on your shit.
No shit.
You
Well,
know
why
what I'm
not
saying?
just say that? Why you got to
Because I ain't got to say a motherfucking thing. I could just say, nah, I don't want to take a picture. You don't want to accept that shit. Eat everybody dick then, on sideways, on soft on the Sunday.
So they
severely.
Get that response when after you said, hey,
man,
I'm
look,
cool, then here they come.
I be like, man, I don't really want to right now. Like, man, check me out. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck what I look like. You just want to take you just want to take my picture. So that's cool. And I'm like, but I give a fuck what I look like, though. So just act like you ain't see me.
And next time
I got you. You know what I'm saying? But
there y'all go.
It is what it is, though.
There y'all go, right there, man. It's just real niggas stand the niggas stand on, man. And it get lonely. Trust me. This shit One Deep Entertainment for a reason. Man. Square business, man. So when the Gorilla Mob, what started before Gorilla Mob?
Me?
Herman Fisher.
Yeah, that was right before, yeah.
How the hell did y'all hook up and start?
Me and Fisher?
Put that bad motherfucker together, man.
I ain't know who the fuck this nigga Fisher was. He had another artist, and he was using the studio I was using. So one day, that nigga called over there to the house about his artist and some studio time, but I answered the phone. So it was some shit, and that nigga was like, he said something like with an attitude or some shit, and I was like, what, nigga? He was like, what you say? I said what, nigga? And nigga was like, who is this? I'm like, nigga, it's whoever it is, nigga. Hung the phone up. That nigga gonna come over there one day and he was like, yeah, who that was with that what on the phone? I was like, shit, it was me. That nigga like, who you is? I'm like, shit, I was the nigga with the what? You know, big old black ass nigga from Third Ward.
Fish.
That nigga Fish. And in some kind of way, this nigga heard my music, and instead of getting into it, nigga was like, man, let's do a record deal.
Damn.
Yeah, and that nigga put out my first record, Look What You Did to Me.
Classic.
And nigga put out my first record, and
how much was your first record deal worth? What do a Zro early stages record deal look like? What's the negotiations? I know you ain't got no lawyer at this point, so it's what?
It was 9 ounces of hard crack. And he gave me 9 ounces of crack.
Damn.
Nigga gave me, but I mean, I was living in a dope house.
Mm.
So I mean, it was right in my alley. Nigga gave me 9 ounces hard.
That's deep there, cause shit, that's better than 10,000. Cause a nigga bust that down and get it going on. So when you seen the finished product, did you make a decision that, hey man, this dope got to go, you know, whatever early shit I'm doing, this shit got to go? When did you see it, like, and make that?
The fuck is the
that dip? That, you know, that fork in the road, you know what I mean? You like, man,
to
yeah,
decide
yeah,
to rap?
what am I
Shit.
doing? Yeah, like,
man, I don't even know if I even did that yet.
damn.
It's way 2024 and I'm still juggling.
Game don't stop, man. It don't stop. That's deep. Cause nigga get 9 ounces, boy. Ooh, that's like gold.
Gave me 9 ounces. That nigga was like, these hoes $6 a piece.
Oh no, it wasn't. Fish.
Oh yeah, nah, it wasn't no, It was like, nah, I still had to.
Damn.
But you know,
Ay,
at the end though, I mean, it ain't even
Right.
get a chance to finish because some other shit was going on, and we fell out. We fell out behind. I don't know what the fuck it was, but we fell out. And that nigga Monique had called me. I was fucking with Monique at the time. She called me and she was like, man, this nigga Fisher dropped all your shit off in the driveway.
Come on, man.
Yeah, she was like,
Y'all had a spot together?
nah, I was living at this nigga's studio in A-Leaf.
Mm.
So whatever the fuck we got into it about, this nigga took my shit over her house and dropped it off over there.
Herman.
So I went on from that point, and yeah, that was the end of that shit.
It's a rap, but you knowing now the potential of the shit, so you
Nah, I ain't know no potential, cause I mean, I ain't shit shake from Look What You Did to Me. I ain't get no checks, I ain't get no money or no shit like that. It was just, you know, whatever was made, he got that shit, cause I mean, he pressed up CDs he sold. I ain't have none of that shit. I ain't have no CDs or none of that shit.
Was you getting traction for the shows and shit back then, or it
Nah.
wasn't nothing jumping yet? Yeah,
Nah.
It was popping in the streets.
Yeah, it was cool. It was alright, but I mean, shit ain't really popping till cause I remember, I think one time that nigga Fish dropped me off at Screw House. Screw had already moved in Mo City to on Hilton Head over there at the new house.
Mm-hmm.
And he dropped me off over there one day. I went in that bitch. And this after LD had already brought me over there and introduced me to Screw. And yeah, I think Fish dropped me off one day. And I was talking to Screw about like what's next. And then Screw was like, yeah man, keep on coming through here. You know, we gonna do some shit to put in their ear, and I mean, they gonna have to deal with you. So I was like, cool. So I start coming over there, running in the yard and shit like that. I'm like, damn, these niggas I've been listening to on these tapes all these years. So that shit was kind of cool, but I mean, I still ain't know. I was just on some like, yeah, it's cool to be at Screwhouse, and
For real.
because I knew y'all wasn't real rappers too.
Exactly.
Y'all was like, y'all was rappers to us. We knew y'all verses and shit.
But you know a nigga getting that money on the side,
Yeah,
side of fries,
but it wasn't for no rapping though.
Exactly.
So I mean, for a nigga that's trying to rap, I ain't give a fuck what y'all was doing, because it wasn't in rap.
Right.
I ain't want to do it. I had just left doing this. I ain't want to do that shit.
Right.
I wanted to rap. I wanted to do some shit where I wouldn't finna have to deal with jail and all this other, you know, this pussy ass neighborhood politics that a nigga always had to do. Just had to stay up late and keep these bitch ass niggas from over here. Cause it's popping on the van, nigga. That shit, fuck 24/7. That shit was 25/8, nigga. That shit was all day, all night. With no, man, say. I got smart. I had to stop selling because there was so many niggas on that motherfucker selling crack.
Damn.
You had 5120. You know, I can talk about this shit now. I ain't know everybody nigga dead and got jobs and shit if they living. Nigga, 5120. At 5120, you had about like 8 to 11 different niggas selling crack. Man, think about waiting your turn to hit a lick in that motherfucker. Then you got me across the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm in 5111 by myself. I'm getting work at this time. I'm getting a little bit from Cruz and Sunnyside. I'm getting a lot from Fish. So I got some different type of shit than what they got. So they coming over here. Down here, 4915, you got Marco and all them Killer Clan niggas. You got this nigga Said across the street. Like, it's about like 6, 7 different niggas hustling in that bitch.
Damn.
So I'm like, you know, all day it's just, I got to be outside. That shit go from when the Chucks is on the burglar bars, I'm open, nigga. Ain't no shoes on the burglar bars, you gotta go to one of these other niggas' houses.
Shout stop is on.
Man, this nigga Dougie D out of everybody. Nigga, I wake up and I be like, I come outside, I be like, man, Bubba, what's up, nigga? You ain't been through today. Oh, no, I hit your brother. What?
Oh, man.
Then I talk to this nigga, you ain't gonna lie, big bro. Yeah, you know, boys was asleep, so this nigga up in here in some kind of little ugly ass, little blue ass car, trying to hit everybody licks cause we sleep and shit.
Damn, shout stopping.
I say, man, this some fraud ass shit. So I just got smart. I just said, fuck it, I'm finna just sell swishers. Cause everybody who was selling crack was using their money to buy weed.
Ding, 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 ding.
So
ding,
then
ding.
I just started getting a bunch of weed. And I just started selling weed. And while I was selling weed, I was out there rapping and shit. And that nigga Shannon would be like, bitch, you got something. DP be like, you got something. That nigga Grady was like, you got something. Mexican D, he was always a hater. That nigga was he always had like, you know, I'm getting nigga 13% salt.
Damn.
He was always a hater. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was kind of like, yeah, nigga, you got something. Mexican D was like, yeah, you got something, but it ain't all that though. Hating ass nigga.
Damn.
But anyway.
When did Screw recognize it? Did you, before the tape or when you did your tape?
Screwhead, look what you did to me. He put that bitch on, he was putting, I think on Worldwide Southside, he put my reggae song on that motherfucker. Like he was, you know, he definitely was on some of that Gorilla Mob, but keep watching me.
For sure, for sure.
Them freestyled on that motherfucker.
Man. Classic.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't really get to, because I mean, I was at the end. When I started coming over there, man, I mean, what, 2 summers and school was gone?
Damn, man.
And you know, the way how we was on time, shit. That shit went by fast, because I mean, nigga was high,
Yeah.
nigga was low, and I was still in my struggle. So, I mean, I wasn't up under screw like that.
Right.
And I got my motherfucking apartment. I mean, when nigga was in Mo City, yeah, you know, I'm sleeping in the back of Monique daddy truck because it was broke down. I'm on Chimney Rock. I'm sleeping in the back of her truck, so it's like, but I got my phone though. She'll charge my phone for me and shit like that. So I be in the back of the truck 2, 3 in the morning. Or I be in the truck laid down in that motherfucker sleep, but I got my phone though. And then, you know, sometimes I hear Screw will pull up, you know, pick me up, or, you know, I get a ride over there or some shit. And
Kidnapper, nigga.
yeah, but I mean,
It's a good
but
one though.
when I got with Den Den and then Straight Profit shit, that nigga Den Den got me an apartment on Harwin. And you know, at this time, you know, Screw had that apartment over there too.
With D, right?
Yeah, but he had his, you know, he still had that there. He had that there. He had over there in the colony, and then that nigga was, you know, the stove. And I when I got that Harvard apartment, I wasn't going to schoolhouse like that no more. Now I'm kind of like traveling with Den Den and them and
Straight
Grace.
Right.
You know, Wood and all them niggas like that, Texas Tantrum, all that shit they had going on. So I'm doing shows and shit. So I mean, I'm hollering at Screw, but I ain't going over there. You know, I ain't had no car.
Right.
So, you know, nigga had to come pick me up, or I had to catch a cab. Wasn't no Uber back then, none of that shit. So I, you know, that shit was short lived. I was kind of like sleeping in the back of that truck for like 6 months so for that whole 6 months, I'm back and forth to schoolhouse. That next 6 months is kind of like, yeah, I probably seen Screw like 5 or 6 times. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So I ain't even really get a chance to make no plan with you like that.
Man. Y'all had a connection though, boy, cause he loved your shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for real. It's like I tell people, Screw like it was an angel almost. Like everybody felt like the little short time you had with him, it was like, you know, it was special, man. That's all I can describe. It's like everybody, like, man, the closeness is wild, man. Just a real dude, man. Whew, for real, man. So when the Gorilla Mob started, that was the first Gorilla Mob. Wasn't you, Trey, and Dougie D? Who was that?
And the first group wasn't even no rap group.
Damn.
Oh, fuck my phone go. There you go. Yeah, the first Gorilla Mob wasn't no rap group. I mean, Gorilla Mob, I mean, we was just on some, we ain't really give a fuck about nothing too much. But it wasn't like no gang or nothing. It was just,
Click.
that's it. You know, niggas would get out of school and we'll hook up, smoke weed, and drink beer. You know what I'm saying? This what the fuck we was on.
Early days.
Smoke weed, drank beer, and you know, niggas like me, I'm on syrup already, so it's like, yeah, y'all niggas with this here, but I'm on this here though. And we was rapping, but we weren't just going no studio or no shit like that. It was just like on some like, yeah, man, we fuck with this nigga Zro, I fuck with y'all. And I mean, it was a whole lot of us. I mean, it's hard to remember names right now, but I remember,
Right.
I remember it was a nigga named Locke. It was a group involved named KM Dynasty. Them niggas rapped on "Murdering Me" on my first on the Fisher Boy album.
Look at
On that "Murdering Me," Buddy Ro and Rod. Like them niggas was hard too. Them niggas was some rapping ass niggas. So it was them. It was a nigga named Bert, kind of like a little fat type of little nigga named Bert. Bryce motherfucking ass was involved.
No.
Devo,
Debo.
he was in this shit. Man, it was a couple chicks. I mean, it wasn't nothing minor. It wasn't nothing major though. It was just by like 20 of us, like on some, cause niggas had jobs. Some niggas had jobs. Some motherfuckers was deadbeat. Some niggas was going to school. My man, like we just clicked up all the time and we just did everything together. We was all up and down. We was all up and through Fungin Court and Willow Ridge Apartments and wherever the fuck I was living with, whoever the fuck. I mean, we was just everywhere, just drinking and smoking and just chilling. That's all it was. And we was rapping a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it wasn't serious and then it wasn't really serious until I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get serious and try to do some shit on this solo tip. So I was doing demo tapes. I was doing demo. I mean, everybody was doing some demo tapes. We had some shit together, but I was taking that shit serious. And I mean, so was the KM Dynasty cats. It was a couple of other people that was they was seriously writing, but it wasn't gonna go nowhere.
Right.
But yeah, we was on that shit for real. And so when the first Zro record came out, the hardest niggas from that era made it on to the first Zro album. And I mean, that was, KM Dynasty, which was, them niggas that I'm talking about. I think Trey made it on that motherfucker. And then there was a toss up with that because it was another nigga in that bitch named T-Ray. And the similarity of T-Ray and Trey, these niggas kind of had like some type of little falling out behind that shit. So the T-Ray nigga ended up dipping, and so now you got here this nigga Trey go. So by the time that second album came, which was Gorilla Mob, which was the first Gorilla Mob, Rise. This was a bunch of shit I already had. I mean, I was writing a lot of that shit, but I had a lot of that shit already I took verses off of. Because at this time, this nigga Fisher Boy, because, I had signed with him. Like, he gave me the crack, and I'm on this nigga label now. And he go to jail for some shit, and it's looking like he gonna be in jail for a long time. I can't contact with the nigga, we was already on some not fuck with each other type shit for whatever reason it was we fell out for. So I'm like, damn, I don't want to drop a solo Zro record with somebody else, and I get a cease and desist from the penitentiary on some, nah, nigga, you on my label. So I was like, well, shit, nigga can't say nothing to me if I'm the side man in a group, because I know entertainment law. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do the Gorilla Mob. So that's when I added people. I added Doug, Trey, and Taz. Yeah, so that was the first Gorilla Mob record, and I decided to call it Gorilla Mob because I remember I want to say it was maybe 90. It might have been 92. Could have been 93, but it might have been 92. That's when niggas started hitting Sharpstown Mall, going upstairs, go get them fresh printed on hats.
Right. Oh, man.
So you had like the main niggas in the neighborhood. You had like Shan on them. They had Ridge Ran Riders in big block letters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's something going through the middle in red, with the little cursive.
Oh, yeah.
So then you had Harv and them. Them niggas had the purple and yellow hats, and it was, I don't know if it was Pud Park Players or whatever the fuck it was. But I mean, like, everybody had hats.
That trend.
Yeah. So you had the Ridge Ran Riders. You had the park. You had the Pub Park shit with Great and them. You had the Park Manor shit with Harv and them. So it was like, I'm like, man, nigga, I'm gonna give me a hat. I don't even know what I put in the. I think it was One Deep, but I put Gorilla Mob on my shit.
Whoa.
And it was GUERILLAMAAB, and I think it was One Deep going in cursive through that bitch in blue, cause all them niggas shit was red and all that shit. So after that first record, like Gorilla Mob shit, I was like, man, you know what? It ain't really seeming like the Gorilla Mob is really what it is no more. But you know, Taz on his first record, Trey on his first record. I can't remember if this nigga Doug was on his first record. But for the second record, I was just like, man, I'll put everybody on. Just bitch, I ain't gonna get sued. Cause it's Gorilla Mob. So we did that motherfucker and ain't nothing happened. So I was like, well shit, we can keep on with this shit then. It still wasn't making no money. But I mean, you know, I knew it was gonna be on the way because
right.
We had Hawk on that motherfucker. I mean, people was and Willian, I think.
Tapped in.
People was tapped in. You know, they was tapping into it and all that other shit. But I mean, like I say, right around this time, you know, shit, you got Screw going in the box. So, and in a funny way, it's like everybody blew up when Screw died. Everybody blew up.
It was his
because
plan.
because the telescope was coming from everywhere trying to look. The media shit was so bad with the Screw overdose. He overdosed. I don't know that this nigga overdosed, but this what the narrative is, because they just with the Screw drank, Screw music, syrup, like this what they was, you know, trying to make it about. So now they want to dive into his life. We were his life. So it's like, shit, now we all popping.
Yeah.
Popping for the wrong reason, but we popping now.
Right.
So now it's like, oh shit, take it serious. I mean, I was already doing albums to take it serious, but now it's like, y'all talking about a motherfucker in the tabloids now. So I guess that's when the seriousness of that shit came through on some. Yeah, let me go ahead and try to be a staple in this shit.
For real. So during that time, this is 20 plus now, right? You had a relationship with Trey then, like, so just straight up, bro, where did this shit get off track at? Like, let's go there, man. Like, if y'all had doing such good success going on, like, what the fuck happened?
That's what the fuck it probably was, because it wasn't no success.
What was it?
I don't know what it was. It wasn't successful. Shit, I mean, motherfuckers making dumbass decisions because there wasn't no success involved. You know, you got I'm doing my solo shit. I started with my solo shit. Then we did that Gorilla Mob. Then I want to say, I don't remember really so the first beef that I can recall is when they wanted to take the Gorilla Mob CD out of Southwest Wholesale, out of the distribution company, to sell it hand to hand so they could get the money for it. And I'm like, man, you know, that's a cool idea, because I can't remember how many CDs we pressed up, but they wanted to take them out or some shit and sell them either by hand or sell them motherfuckers in stores that they gonna deal directly with, or whatever the case was. But they had a meeting And they was like, yeah, we're gonna have a meeting about this shit. And I'm in my mind like, I'm finna have a meeting about some shit I created that I don't wanna do. So I ain't go to the meeting. But they decided in my absence that that's what they was gonna do. They was gonna take this shit out of Southwest Wholesale. And I wasn't with that shit. So I met up with Doug and that nigga Blue Note that made a lot of beats for Rec Shop. He was with me. And we was talking about that shit. And basically this nigga, you know, me and Doug, we was about to have a squabble. This nigga basically was like, yeah, nigga, you wasn't there. This is what we gonna do, and we don't give a fuck what you talking about. So my first mind was like, nigga, you got me fucked up.
This your shit.
That's what my first mind telling me. And then my second mind telling me like, nigga, I introduced you to him. So I'm looking at it like,
Doug to Trey.
yeah, I introduced, yeah, because I mean, I met Doug first in the hood and shit, you know. And then some years go by. And then 1996 get here, I meet Trey. And then at some point I introduced Doug to Trey. Because I mean, I met Trey first. And I introduced Doug to Trey. So I'm looking at this nigga like, you really gonna take this nigga side? And you know, I'm like, nigga, I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
So, and then we about to lock up in that motherfucker. Blue, he like, man, y'all tripping. Then I'm really thinking in my head, I'm like, that's what's up. So, we left that shit alone and we went our separate ways. I said some shit about them, they said some shit about me, and we went on ahead about our careers after that.
Doug was like a brother at that time then,
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people used to say, that's your brother, Trey your cousin, it's like, I'm seeing the bond right there, man, and just if small shit like that can pull a nigga apart, but it ain't small because it's your shit.
About it is like, but the thing about it, I guess on their behalf, and I'm definitely not taking no other motherfucker side but myself. But one thing about me is I'm able to see standpoints, you know what I'm saying, from every which way. Hell yeah, it's my shit. I created this shit without knowing one of these niggas. But at the same time, I made a motherfucker a part of something.
That's what
so,
I'm saying.
So you got a right to be like, yeah, nigga, I got a voice in this shit, even if I did give you your voice. So the voice giver can sit back and be like, yeah, this some ungrateful ass shit. But as the motherfucker that's been given the voice and you working for it, you like, well, nah, I'm working for it. So it's kind of like, I don't gotta feel his motherfucking aspect, but I gotta respect it, and he gotta do the same with me, and this other nigga gotta do the same with me too.
Do you think they had a feeling about you not showing up to the meeting? Maybe that.
I don't give a fuck, cause I told the motherfucker from the jump, I'm not with that. Because my whole standpoint is, like, keep in mind, I'm rapping. I'm trying to survive too, but I'm not trying to survive right now off of this if was a fifth type of shift that we got going on that's not even really selling units right now. I'm surviving however I'm surviving. And I think at the time, I wasn't comfortable. But I mean, a lot of this time, I was living at the studio. I was living on Ashcroft at Afterlife Studio. I was living in that motherfucker. Like, you know, this nigga Rakesh, this nigga here gonna give Cliche a key. This nigga gonna give me a key. But I'm living in that motherfucker, though.
Damn.
So I'm in that bitch. It's music all the time. The keyboard is here. The studio is here. I'm in this bitch making beats, laying hooks. That's why we had so many motherfucking songs. So when I finally figured out to myself, I'm like, if I'm shitting all these motherfucking songs and shit out like that, I ain't really got to trip over this. I can just keep on doing this shit for myself. So that's what I decided to do.
Let's go one deep.
Yeah.
It only made sense if obviously you would have started a group the whole time. Man, that's deep, especially when it's your material. I can understand that, man. That's crazy, man. So obviously Doug left and did his thing, and then you and Trey continued on. So that was the first. When did you decide to double back? Was that for the ABN shit?
Nah, that was for another Gorilla Mob.
Oh, okay, the resurrection.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was one day. Them niggas was trying to jump me again.
Whoa.
We was in Cobblestone. I was coming out of I think I was living with Lele mama at the time. And I came outside the house and I can't remember if it was Trey or if it was Doug. But one of them niggas man, one of them niggas walked by me. You know, if you finna do something to a nigga, you looking at a nigga like this nigga tried to walk by me, but the nigga just. So when I do this here, I guess the nigga can't jump on me because I'm looking at him, right?
Damn.
So we looking at each other just like this shit gay than a motherfucker. We just looking at each other like we love each other and shit. Like this shit gay. And then another nigga down, they looking too.
Oh no, yeah.
Like
it's weird.
Everybody looking. And I'm like, and this nigga, I'm only coming outside cause this nigga Lil E pulling up. And he was like, he finna show me some guns or some shit. So he hopping out the car with some guns. He ain't even hopping out the car to use the guns. But the nigga hop out and see this jump about to take place. Nah, bitch ass niggas, y'all. You know, he got these hoes in his hands.
Yeah.
So he go from a jump to me and this nigga Trey walking to the back of the apartments.
Was Trey one
up
of the
bayou? Yeah, he was one of the jumps.
Okay, so y'all on the bayou.
Yeah. So whatever Doug and the other nigga do, me and Trey go to the bayou. We walk up the bayou, we talk and whatever the fuck we talk about. And that shit lead to the exchange of the phone numbers, and that shit lead to Gorilla Mob Resurrection and shit. That lead, cause I mean I was already at KMJ by my motherfucking self. So that shit lead to me bringing all these niggas over there where the fuck I was at. Cause I'm over there by myself. However the fuck I met this Eugene Brooks ass nigga.
Who came with you?
Ain't nobody come with me.
No, when you.
Ain't nobody come with me.
Okay, you brought him.
When this motherfucking shit happened, I'm already fucking with Eugene Brooks. Mm-hmm. And I'm off the tail end of presidential. So I'm fucking with Eugene Brooks right now. So some type of way I end up bringing everybody over there to KMJ with me. Like I'm already there. I bring Big Mello. Cliche come over there. The Gorilla Mob come over there. This producer nigga Q Stone that was doing all the Gorilla Mob shit back then, well most of it, he come over, cause I was doing a lot of that shit too. He come over there like yeah, cause it was just me at first. And I bring all them motherfuckers over there with me, and you know, Mello put out a record over there. I put out a couple records over there. Gorilla Mob Resurrection come out from over there. I don't know what the fuck else. This nigga Tony Montana did a record over there. Like it was me and Daz did a record together over there. Yeah, Zero Tolerance was the name of that record. Like I did some work over there. In that motherfucker, and that's how. Yeah, Gorilla Mob Resurrection came on that.
That was a dope album now, man. So, it's just like all that beautiful music, man. Do you, like today, I mean, like for real though, a lot of people want y'all to do music, man. Do you ever think about, man, what if I was doing this shit with this nigga instead of y'all, whatever the fuck?
Why would I think that? I mean, that's just honest. Why would I think that?
crazy. Just where it done went, man. And just, talking about the good times and then knowing what's going on now. So where did it get to this motherfucking problem it's at now? Like, how do we end
Well, I
up
mean,
at
I think you need to
Pimp
probably
C?
interview that other nigga for that.
Right.
Because I've been seeing this nigga forever. I ain't never did shit to this nigga. I've been seeing this nigga forever. I see this nigga, I mean, shit, when I blocked him in at the motherfucking, what is it called? At the All-Star Weekend at Prospect Park. He ain't say shit then. I ain't say shit. Shit, when I'm calling Heavy, hey, Heavy, tell these niggas to let me in. I'm at the Scout Bar. It's me, you, and the chick. This nigga opened up the door for us.
That was crazy.
Nothing happens here, right?
At all. Oh, it tried to make it, but nothing happened.
So I'm just saying, so asking me why another nigga is doing some shit, I can't tell you why. Because when I see you and I'm with a bunch of people, we don't give a fuck about you, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You're not on my motherfucking to-do list or to-don't list. You just not on it. But I mean, am I doing that good? I piss you off that motherfucking bad? Maybe that's the reason, I don't know. But I mean, shit, you ain't, like I said, you ain't on my to-don't list and you ain't on my to-do list.
So you ain't fucked this nigga baby mama. You ain't shot at this nigga. You ain't killed nobody this nigga. Why does, man, I know we can't answer his questions, but it's like, bruh, jealousy a motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't never used to want to think that. But I mean, when people that used to be over there with him and they fall out with him or some shit and they come to me and be like, man, you know that nigga be having meetings about you. Like, what you mean? And nigga have a meeting and be like, you shook his hand, you suspended or some shit like that.
Stop it, man.
I'm like, wow. I was like, I used to think about that shit like, this is a sickness.
I feel when people that hang around that era when y'all was together and you see them and they can speak one day and then can't speak the next day. How do that make?
I don't care. I'm not fucking them people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck.
So it don't bother you at all that they sway.
Man, look, I get into it with you. I don't talk to you for 90 days at a motherfucking time.
I told you.
I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about talking to nobody. And no,
Right.
I don't give a fuck because a nigga don't tell me hi. I don't feel like saying hi no way.
Damn.
I'm like, shit, but I mean, it's just kind of gay though. Like a nigga just, you don't even know me. Like I still don't care, but it's like, a nigga can't meet me and be like, hey man, in order to fuck with me, you gotta hate him. I just can't be one of them just okay ass niggas, for real.
No bullshit.
So to kick it with you, Mike D, I gotta say, fuck this nigga 5. I gotta look at this nigga 5 every day and be like, hey 5, fuck you 5.
There you go.
5. Nah, really though, like, I really like you 5, but he want me to be like, fuck you, so fuck you 5.
Man.
You're 4. You feel me?
Man.
I can't do that shit, bro. Cause I got to look at myself in the mirror in the morning and be like, I'm still here. I don't like nobody that much to be. I can't. And even more than that, the proof that I can't do that shit is because you been cool with this nigga all these years.
Yeah.
I ain't never shunned you because of that shit.
Nah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm like, okay, you fuck with that nigga. Okay, cool.
That's your homeboy.
I don't.
Yeah.
Don't come over here. I don't give a fuck what this nigga do. Don't come over here telling me about what this nigga done got or Don't go over here telling this nigga what I done got. Like, just, I don't care. I don't give a fuck that you cool with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't gonna treat you funny because you cool with that nigga. So, I mean, I don't know what that shit feel like.
You got niggas overseas like, dog, man, that hit a nigga and verify this shit. Cause it ain't that I used to didn't believe, but I just couldn't see how
You
a
didn't
nigga.
believe. You didn't believe.
Nah,
That's what it was.
man, I didn't
like,
want to believe,
I said,
bro.
this nigga Mike D ABS. This nigga Mike D ABS.
I didn't want to believe that a nigga would tell another nigga to hate another nigga, cause I mean, you know that nigga, dog. Like, it's like, damn,
I know
for
who.
real. Frazier. You
think
know he'll
so?
do that
So
shit.
you think I know him? You think I know him?
Of course you know him, Rotha. What you mean you think
So if I know him, why we in the position that we in now? If I know
him, I mean, I thought y'all was family.
Who told you that?
Y'all did. Y'all
But what
told
did
us
you?
all.
But what did you see?
I saw enemies.
Okay, well shit. Well you can knock that family shit off then, cause it ain't family.
Your family don't do that.
Yeah, it ain't family. Yeah, that shit ain't family.
Yeah. And it's just amazing because so many people want it to be another way, and I have to tell them, man, hey, y'all not that man. They just want y'all to stop it. They want y'all to come together, Ro, and they want y'all to rap so their careers can take off.
Nah.
Why won't you do that?
Cause it really sounded like a hoe when you said it.
No bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What the fuck I'm gonna do some shit cause you want me to do it for? You ain't invested in what the fuck me or this other nigga is invested in. Shit, you know. I mean, hey, I don't know how to say these niggas' names, but y'all some podcast type of people. Maybe y'all know these niggas. I don't know, but maybe it's the Jesus or some shit. Some podcast ass niggas that had a famous podcast. They just broke their shit up. D Julio or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
D Jesus. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is.
Yeah.
But they shit was popping. And then all of a sudden they just announced we ain't doing our podcast no more.
Mm-hmm.
You like these nigga podcasts, right? Okay, fuck that. I'm gonna make it hit more close to home. I was mad than a bitch when the Mad Hatter Morning Show broke the fuck up. I'm like, why? I listened to the radio because of these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden that shit just gone, right? So I'm like, I'm not concerned if Mad Hatter walked into the studio and slapped the shit out of J Mac and then body slammed, Rob G.
Yeah, Rob G.
And you know, this nigga Hatter went on a spree. I don't give a fuck. I just want to hear him and J Mac and Rob G. You know what I'm saying? And Jim, I want to hear Jimbo as Bishop Beasley. Like, I want to hear all this shit. I don't give a fuck what they going through personally. I just want what I want as a person. You know why I don't care? Because I don't know them niggas personally. They the morning show to me. So as a fan, I don't give a fuck if this nigga Mad Hatter bit this nigga J Mac earlobe off and they mad at each other. I want these niggas on the air feeding into one each other on them on them punchlines like only these motherfuckers could do for all them years. So it's the same shit with us. They don't give a fuck if this nigga really want to kill me or not.
Right.
They don't give a fuck if I really want to kill this nigga or not. They want to hear can you stand the rain ass shit. They don't care about the personal shit. They just want what they want.
Well, they hearing one side of it, you know. Now you hearing the whole side of it, you know what I mean? So I hope it brings some clarification to those people that want what they want.
That shit ain't gonna bring no clarification. I mean, it's just me talking in here. It's just me talking in here, because I mean, at the end of the day, if a motherfucker want to hear that ABN shit, they still want to hear that ABN shit. Mm-hmm. They still don't give a fuck what we going through. Don't nobody give a fuck about nobody no more.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I guess There y'all motherfucking answer right there. For real. So it's no possibility of that being that again. I mean, hey. Come on, bro. Man. Ooh. It get deep, man. Man. Come on, man. That shit still fuck with you, bro. Where it's at.
Nah. I'm gonna do shit that's best for me. So, I mean, nah, doing shit that's best for me ain't gonna never fuck with me. Cause, I mean, you can't, over spilled milk cry for what? Like what I'm gonna do, get it back or something? So, sit back and trip on it for what? Because to be honest with you, in that time of my life, when all that shit started with him, I wasn't getting no money. And when the money started coming for me, it was coming for Zro shows. We might have had a couple Gorilla Mob shows, and I mean, I know we had a couple Gorilla Mob shows we ain't get paid for. Some niggas fucked over us. I ain't gonna say no names, but they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But the bulk of my shit was coming from Zro shows. And even in the first beginning, when I was doing all these shows, especially when I came home from jail in '04, and I was doing all these shows, I was bringing these niggas with me. I can't remember what I was getting for the shows, but it was something real cheap. Like them clubs was keeping me booked because I was cheap than a bitch. I was cheap than a bitch back then. I'm a new artist, so I couldn't really just go crazy. But I mean, I'm on the radio and shit like that, so I mean, I was getting a little something.
Right.
But I don't think I wouldn't even give $5,000 a show. I don't think. And I think I was giving Trey maybe $1,200 a show or some shit like that. $900 to $1,200 a show. And that nigga wasn't gonna really get no money out of that shit, cause he had 1,300,000 million niggas with him, and he was giving them some money. But I mean, whatever, that's his shit. I'm getting whatever the fuck I'm getting.
Right.
We living in the same house, so it's like I ain't really fucked up about it yet, because I'm fresh home from jail, and like I said, I ain't really get no whole bunch of shit from anything except for Zro. Every time Red Boy call my phone, sometimes Sam will call my phone with this lying ass nigga call me and just, yeah, Mac, yeah, Joe Mac, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Lying ass nigga. Shit, probably $6,000 or $7,000. He talking about, yeah, man, 3,500, 4,000. This nigga thieving ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He doing that shit. Sometime Chief will come through with some shit from Rapp-A-Lot. Every day or every other day, Red Boy, my manager at the time, Mr. International, he coming with a bunch of he coming with a bunch of shows. So I mean, the bulk of my shit coming from my shit. So I wasn't really tripping off of the main thing I lost with the Trey shit was just how we fucked with each other. We was alright for a little while. So I mean I can't say I lost no money. It's a whole lot of money I never got a chance to get.
Right.
Let's just put it like that.
Right. It's a lot of money left on the table. But I heard you say one time, man, it'd been nice to get Joseph and Frazier together before we worry about Rotha and Trey.
Yeah.
But sometimes niggas think the business is more important than anything else, man. Man, where did the Rapp-A-Lot thing come in? Fuck this nigga. That shit get me in my feelings like a motherfucker, man. Man, when you decided to do your Rapp-A-Lot album, brother, how did that come about, man?
Man, I went to J. Actually, me and Fish went to J in early '98. I don't want to say right before Pat got killed. We went to Rapp-A-Lot. I played Lord Tell Me Why for Jay and maybe my Pimp On and another song. And nigga Jay was like, man, you jamming. But I never signed a man call himself nothing.
What?
So he passed on me.
No.
So me and Fish left out that motherfucker and dropped that shit by ourselves. I want to say at the end of the KMJ run,
Okay.
Jay came to the, because I was making some noise, Jay came to the Spiz Night, which was the name of the pool house. You know, man, I was fucked up. You know, I was living in whatever the fuck I can live in. So he came to the pool house where I was at looking for me to come give me a record deal. And around the time that nigga gave me the little record deal, not the little record deal, my apologies, he gave me the opportunity. I caught a case up there at the same motherfucking pool house. And he stepped in and, you know, did some shit for me. And it was kind of cool for a little while, but I ended up catching the blue one and had to go sit down for a year. And that nigga, but I mean, by the time I left, I already had like 20-some songs recorded. So shit, I came out to Life of Jones and McVeigh, and this shit was popping already. And it was money on the table.
And money on the dresser.
Yeah, and I wasn't thinking about doing nothing with nobody no more ever. Like
Come
it was
on,
cool.
man.
I came out, I did Life of Joseph while I was in there. Got out no foe. I started recording Let the Truth Be Told. Caught another dumbass case in the middle of that. Dropped Let the Truth Be Told. Pleaded this bullshit ass case out to 4 years.
Damn.
Winning this bitch to go do 4 years. Drop Still Living while I'm in there. This is '06. Go to court again. Schaefer come down there to Orange, Texas, and like, hey, you mischarged my client. You gave him penitentiary time for a state jail felony. So we giving the 4 years back. You did 9 months state jail last time, so we're gonna give you 10 months state jail this time. No credit for the 4 months TDC. I had already done it Pack 1. Pack 1 was Cadillac though, you know, that's old man shit.
For sure.
Cable on all night, no sales, leg quarters every day. I was like, bitch, I want to stay in this motherfucker. Like,
no bullshit.
But
that case right there, let's stop right there. That was the J-Ton case, right?
Right.
Okay. So you own the Ghetto Boys and you explain yourself how that case was caught right there. Can we elaborate on that a little bit, man? What happened that night? Like, let's see your side. I know what happened, but they out there loud. You don't hear a lot of these things because you don't give a fuck. But they was making the echo of their side. Can you please elaborate on what happened tonight, y'all in that car going to your show?
So basically, like I say, I'm out of jail. I'm you know, I got a mean drink habit. So, you know, I've been locked up for a year. I ain't been drinking no drink. I'm out of jail. I'm drinking drink. I'm smoking weed. That's it. So, I think this nigga J-Ton had just turned 18, I want to say. And he was on some shit like, my brother, you know how this nigga was about Trey. My brother's a bitch.
Damn.
My brother be acting like a bitch. Like, I want to ride with you because I know I can sit over here and do drugs. I'm like, you know, just smoking weed and shit.
Right.
So he was like, yeah, you got that syrup too? I'm like, yeah. So the nigga was like, I had an 8. So nigga was like, well, shit, I want a 4. So I said, we're going to go up here to this store At this time, we live in this, I think it was Silver Meadows. So we had to, come up Fry Road, bust that left on I-10, hit one of them stores. I want to say that motherfucker adjacent to the Walmart. We hit that bitch. I'm like, we got 8 ounces of drink in this bitch.
Right.
The way I do my shit is like this. We gonna pull up and get rid of this baby bottle. We finna get 4 20 ounces. We finna put a duck, get rid of these numbers. I told that nigga, we finna smash one of these hoes to the head by the time we hit the Budweiser plant. Cause nigga, we on Fry and I-10. We got at least, plus the way we finna drive with all these cars in this caravan, we about like a good 25, 30 minutes away from the Budweiser plant leaving out of town, right? So we should be through with one of these. So niggas say, cool. So by the time we get to the Budweiser plant, I'm letting the window down. I'm throwing out a bottle. I done pulled up in a 20-ounce pineapple Fanta. So now I got it was either a blue knee-high or another pineapple Fanta. He had 2 sodas. So some kind of way, we stop at this Waffle House in Beaumont. We get into it with some people about something. Some kind of way, somebody say something about I don't know if it was a gun or some shit, but I'm the prominent. Yeah, it was. I know it was a white woman and a white dude, and we got into it with them about some shit. And we left out that bitch in a hurry, like, oh nah, they with that bullshit. We get on the road, so we riding, and we in Orange, Texas by now. I get a phone call. It's Trey. I'm like, hello. He like, hey, the law finna come up there and pull you over. I'm like, huh? I'm trying to wonder how this nigga know I'm finna get pulled up. Nigga wanna come talk about I'm driving 10 miles per hour and shit. Like, I'm not driving no motherfucking 10 miles per hour. I'm about to pull into this motherfucking gas station, so I'm slowing the fuck down. I see it's a gas station coming up. So I'm about to pull into this motherfucking, I'm slowing the fuck down to put in here. So when the law come up, first thing the nigga asked me is, man, look, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. Do you have a weapon? I said, I don't have no weapon. Where that shit come from? Where, somebody said y'all had a weapon back at that Waffle House. And I'm like, that was in Beaumont, but this nigga's a state trooper. So he still got jurisdiction. I'm like, well, nah, we ain't got no, am I gonna find anything in here if I search? I say, man, can I go in my pocket? He said, yeah. I pull out an ounce of weed. I say, man, I got an ounce of weed. He say, what's in your cup? I say, shit, if you would have caught me in Beaumont, it would have been a felony. That's what was in my cup.
Past tense.
So that nigga told me to get out. I got out. He searched my person. That nigga searched under my seat and all that shit. He looked in my cup. That nigga said, take that weed, put that shit back in your pocket, get in the car, and put your seatbelt on. That nigga went around the car. He told J-Ton to get out. Searched him, ain't find nothing on him. Looked in his cup, that shit had some shit in it. Then that nigga looked under the seat, that nigga say, you came out with the baby bottle. And it had like an ounce of drink in that bitch. I'm in my head like, I know I just told you to put a duck and a duck. I'm gonna put 2 ounces in my one soda, put 2 ounces in my other soda, put 2 ounces in your soda, put 2 ounces in your other soda. So if something like this happen, we getting pulled over, it's drink. Like, oh shit, we getting pulled over. Let's just drink this shit. We're gonna be fucked up as fuck. I'm not gonna let you die though, nigga. I'm gonna slap the fuck out you or something, or shake the shit out. Like, nigga, we finna live, but like we ain't finna go to jail.
Exactly.
So it's an ounce of syrup under the shit. So the nigga tell me straight up that I had to say it was his. And I'm like, man, I can't do that. All I can say is what I have is an ounce of weed. So, long story short.
Who wanted him to say it's yours?
The cop was like, for me to leave, I had to say it was his.
Okay, Jay.
And I was like, man, it's 2005, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna be able to say, I'm like the hottest rapper in the city right now, too.
Exactly.
You want me to sit up here and tell on somebody, hey, it's his? I'm like, hey, man, look, I have an ounce of weed. That's all I can tell you. I have an ounce of weed. So, long story short, we go to jail.
Yeah.
I miss a show.
What did he say?
That nigga was like, shit, he ain't claim it.
Okay, so.
He ain't claim it.
Damn.
He ain't claim it.
But you drunk your drink. His drink
I didn't have to drink no drink because my shit was drunk already.
Gotcha. So this drink is
I'm driving, so I'm up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay. So, okay. My bad.
Man.
Continue.
So, I mean, that's what that was. And to add like a little insult to injury, right? We had a meeting that I ain't even think you knew or I knew we was gonna have. The day we took that album, we took that cover for The Source on J Ranch.
Okay, yeah.
After we took them pictures, Jay made us go into the big house on the ranch.
In the basement.
I don't know if it was the basement, but I know I ain't want to be in that bitch. And that nigga was on some, really on some, hey, you just came home for drink. If I find out this shit is what I think it is, a nigga had a bunch of them big ass niggas in there, and I was like, I had my shit with me, but I was like, man, I hope I ain't gotta, I'm like, nah, nigga, it ain't what you think. And in this meeting, Jay told that nigga like, hey man, if this was your shit,
right,
you need to do what you need to do on that next court date, cause it might be a little fucked up if you don't. And the way how that shit went, we went to that next court date. Jay told he tried to stand up. He was like, hey man, look, I'm ready to take that was my shit, I'm ready to take my charge. That prosecutor say, man, look, you had a whole year to do that. This is shit or get off the pot day. We offering you 2 years, Mr. Steen, and you, Mr. McVeigh, we offering you 4 years since it's your second time with this drink shit. Take it now, or we prosecuting both of y'all for 20 years. He signed for 2, I signed for 4.
So how did you snitch on him? This shit weird, bro.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then I heard I was a snitch because I made it home before he did too. Because he got 2 years. And you gotta think at the time, I'm like Jay Prince's golden boy. You know what I'm saying? So he turned himself in 60 days. I turned myself in 45 days. So when I turned myself in, I don't know what Jay got planned. I don't even know it's a plan. All I know is I'm in Orange County Jail. I'm listening to CeeLo Green on the radio. Maybe I'm crazy every day at 3 o'clock. I got my routine set. I catch the chain. Before I catch the chain, J-Ton get there. He turned himself in. The cop keep on coming into my tank to tell me, hey man, I think they fucking with your cousin over there. You probably need to go over there. And I'm like, what you mean? He like, I'm gonna let you fall out of place so you can go over there and go fuck with him, because the whole jail was on some shit like Zro cousin didn't take his case, got Zro locked up. So the nigga telling me like, I think they gonna jump him, or I think they fucking him up down there or some shit like that. And I'm like, I ain't never get down there to see no shit like that, but I was hearing some shit like he may have been having a hard time in that motherfucker because,
They thought he told on you, or was the
look,
reason not
when
told,
we got
but
in
thought.
that motherfucker,
Yeah.
when we got in that motherfucker, the people was talking at the desk like, man, they was in that bitch. Man, look, them people knocked off so many charges off both of us. They knocked off a bunch of charges. They was like, hey, man, they gonna try to hang y'all with this shit. They hitting y'all with all the soda. But we had a bunch of soda in that motherfucker that was just soda. They was trying to say all of the motherfucking soda was
grams.
Yeah, but they end up sending that shit to the lab, and it was like, nah, you know, you had the residue that was in the cups, and you had whatever was left over in that goddamn baby bottle. That's what the fucking case comes from.
2 and 4 years.
2 and 4 fucking years.
Yeah,
and then I go to jail on that shit. I catch the train to Orange County. I catch the train to Navasota to Pack 1. I do about like 3.5, 4 months at that bitch. They tell me I got a bench warrant. I'm like, I ain't got no case. What I got a bench warrant for? The laws come pick me up. Sheriffs, they pick me up. Nigga stop by McDonald's. I'm like, nigga getting McDonald's. I go back in that bitch. I spend the night. Wake up in the morning, they like, yeah, go to court. They walk me into the courtroom. I walk in the courtroom. I see my auntie, my grandmama. I see Point Blank, my preacher.
Damn.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They praying in the highway. I'm like, damn, I killed somebody and I don't know it. Shit, it's this nigga Schaefer in that bitch talking about, yeah, man, we finna have this shit taken out your court and we gonna have something gonna come up on you on the bar. This the second time you over here overcharging somebody for the wrong crime. You gave a motherfucker penitentiary time for a state jail felony. He like, yeah, man, no judge wants to have his seat threatened by some misfortune of a case. So if you able to make bond today, I'ma reinstate your bond.
Whoa.
And then Point Blank stood up like, yeah, Pimp C gave me the money to bond Ro out. So I walk across the street, put my clothes on, they let me go. I came home. Well, I came out and ate with Auntie and Grandma and Point Blank. Point Blank took me to Port Arthur to Pimp C. Pimp C put me in the room with a white bitch.
No. Fresh out.
Pimp C put me in the room with a white bitch.
Pimpin'.
I definitely did not fuck, but
come on, Ro.
I'm finna fuck a white bitch in a hotel room, fresh out of jail. Nah, nigga, I'm paranoid.
Yeah.
I don't wanna fuck nothing. I wanna go home.
I know that.
I ain't even really just have no home at the moment. So shit, I wanted to just see what the fuck was going on. So I did that shit. And, I came to fuck home and got me a little crib. Stayed out for a month. Went right back in that bitch, started on my 10-month state jail.
Man, how was state jail for Rota, man? Like,
shit, it's state jail. It ain't.
How was jail for Rota? Like,
I'm pretty sure it's like jail for everybody else. You were in jail.
No, I've heard some things, man.
Don't
you had some privileges.
Did you hear I came home?
That was the biggest, huh?
Shit, nigga ain't come home. I wasn't able to leave
I see what you're
bitch.
saying. Yeah.
I wasn't able to leave that bitch every day and come back. I was in jail.
Yeah.
Shit. Is it a luxury to get a Big Mac?
Fucking right it is, brother.
Nah, it's not. Hell no, it's not.
Well, not
in
state
jail.
Well, state jail.
Any type of jail. If you can't go home,
shit.
The luxury is going the fuck home.
No bullshit.
Shit. I'm not at home for while I'm eating this motherfucker. This is a taste.
Yeah.
This ain't a state of mind. Hell nah. I ain't do no drugs. I ain't smoke no weed in that motherfucker. It wasn't nothing in that motherfucker except a motherfucker. Motherfucker might let me come outside and kick it on the bowling alley. So what? I'm not kicking it at home.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
I know that's right.
So I'm in jail. That's how jail was for me. It was jail.
Yeah.
Shit, when them hoes came through that motherfucker and said count time, I had to get counted. You know what I'm saying? If them bitches said no showers for the month, I was part of that. We was all musty. It wasn't just them. And me sitting in that bitch smelling ivory clean. Nah, I'm funky too in that bitch.
Yeah.
Hell nah, that shit was jail.
At the end of the day, for sure. Man.
Penitentiary was worse. I mean, man, the motherfucker kept me on bird for 4 months. Nobody supposed to be in transit for no 4 months.
Hell nah, you fuck a unit up, they don't know where to send you.
Shit, and that's what the fuck they said. Talking about I'm too popular of a prisoner.
That's what I'm saying. To you, it's nothing because it's you, but they whole prison system is disrupted when McVeigh walked through the door, man.
Man, they kept me on A-row, maybe 15 or some shit like that for fucking 120 days. Everybody coming through that bitch, they gone within 7 days. I'm living in this bitch.
Yeah, they don't know
and you
what
know
to
this
do.
bitch is locked up all day. You just in the bunk all day because you in the small joint. They open that bitch up so you can do medical. They open that bitch up so you can go eat 3 times a day. Ain't no wreck. You just in this motherfucker.
Transit.
It's transit.
Yeah,
I'm not transiting though. I'm sitting still.
They trying to figure it out.
I had the right Cornell X to get me up out of that shit.
You shot a video in jail, man.
I shot a video in state jail.
Oh, in state jail, yeah, the state jail. Yeah, they don't know what to do. That's what they trying to figure out. That's crazy. Yeah, them units be like Pimp had a good little time too, man. What was that first experience like with old Pimp C, man? You know, because you didn't have much time with him either, as far as knowing him, huh?
Yeah, I met Pimp C at the Get Throw video shoot.
Damn.
Yeah, that's when I met Pimp.
He was ready for you to come home. He was discussing, man, I got it. That's when the iPhones came out. Remember that red truck, mommy? I had him on the recorder. They were, hey, we got to get young, bro. Some iPhones. That's all right there. Rest in peace, Pimp, man. What that experience was like, brother. Hey.
Man, Pimp was crazy.
Man, can you give us something you ain't gave nobody or something?
Shit, I done gave all that shit out because it wasn't too many moments.
Damn.
It wasn't too many moments with Pimp C. It was just shit, that moment where, I mean, I know it's probably famous now, when this nigga made me and Mike Mo go to bed. Then this other motherfucking moment where this nigga, I don't know, man. It just wasn't too many.
Right.
That was the most famous one. He made us go to bed and that motherfucker.
Then
the moment when he told us, I mean, I done said this shit over everything. The moment when he told me he had a diss record on me and Slim with that knocking doors down. It wasn't really no diss record, but you know.
Right.
That shit. I mean, there wasn't really too many moments though, man. You know, the moment when I was I don't think I ever talked about when I went over to that little apartment on McHugh Street in the Galleria. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but he had to give a car back to Jay or some shit, and he wasn't happy about it.
Right.
So he was talking that saucy talk, and it was him and Ivory P in the kitchen.
Ivory P.
And when we took that picture, I had on that Astro shit. We in front of the refrigerator, me, Pimp C, and Ivory P, and it's just crazy. Both of them niggas dead.
I know, right?
Yeah, that shit just
Man, so
I don't even remember the conversation. I just be, you know, I was on probation at the time too, I think, so I couldn't do shit.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. I'm talking about from the New York Times, from all that bullshit pain. You the king of pain, but man, how do it feel in your career where you at now? Like, where you at mentally now? Like, are you satisfied with the work you put in?
Shit, hell no. I don't know nobody that is. I ain't on no record label or nothing, so.
Right. Your business straight.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, my business straight. But
how's your dating life, Rota?
Ain't no dating life. I'm dating me.
Man, one deep. There's ain't nothing going on. That's crazy, man. Lord have mercy. Yeah, get lonely at the top, brother. That's crazy. Everybody out here mad about Trump. And look here. All that business going on 945. Hey, what else you got going on, brother, man? We get in.
I got a request for a beverage in this motherfucker.
It's a wild up there. I'm talking about I need to pee so bad too. Hey, where that water at? Give that other water.
I think that was it, huh?
Man, can a nigga pull up at a store or some shit?
Hold on, I got something in the house.
Yeah, nigga need some
grab
type
grab one out there. Yeah, out the refrigerator.
Is that right?
Nah.
You want to take
Anybody,
a break?
yeah, take a break right there. Anybody got to use the restroom right
Yeah.
quick? Wait till you turn on so we don't hit these bumps and shit.
I got you.
Oh, shit. You ready?
Yeah.
Let me count down 4.
5, 4, 3, 2. All right.
Man, you know what it is, man. So basically, what I did, bro, is I did a poll yesterday after all the little riff-raff on the internet shit. I say, man, fuck it. Y'all want me to pull up on Rother and see if he'll answer some of these questions? And they threw a bunch of shit at me. So basically, everything we talked about is everything that you don't ever have to address again if you don't please to, man. You know what I'm saying? It's, for the life of me, you done broke this bullshit down, which is the most important thing because it keeps being echoed. And I hope after the night it's just dead. Motherfucker, understand? You do you, we do us. Never been spoke on tonight in detail, and it have been, man. Boy got 4 years, other boy got 2. Come on, man, y'all do this shit. And how long ago this shit was, by the way?
5 or 6.
You're looking at 16, 17 years ago, man. That shit, come on, man. God damn, move on, my nigga. When you went on Ghetto Boys and that Face and Willie D, Scarface and Willie D podcast, did you see that shit blowing up as it did, bro? Like, you didn't say shit.
I mean, but me though. So me not saying shit might be a whole bunch of shit being said though. So it's always like that. Truth gonna hurt somebody feel.
Yeah, it did that, man. And, you know, I ain't trying to keep kicking a dead horse, man, but when you was at the 50 Cent joint, after hearing all the rebuttal in there, how they, like, fuck what happened, fuck how they was thinking, how was Rother thinking as this situation going on?
Man, that ain't none of y'all business. That ain't none of y'all business. I was thinking, y'all don't think like me, no way, so shit, why should I tell y'all how the fuck I'm thinking?
And that's valid.
Yeah.
Because it's your feelings, you know what I mean? So, and basically, like I'm saying, it's just everything a motherfucker wanted to know. So now, I hope y'all motherfuckers don't take this shit and when a nigga finishes press run and ask these questions over and over and over again, man.
I mean, but that's what motherfuckers gonna do. That's what motherfuckers do. So, I mean, shit. One thing about it, I'ma just tell motherfuckers what it is. I tell motherfuckers what I feel, cause I mean, that shit don't matter. Motherfuckers don't operate off of how you feel. They operate off of what they can get out of it. So I feel like I just be doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
Which is doing you.
Yeah.
24/7. One deep motherfucking entertainment. Man.
That's it.
And that's the best way to do it. Man, we gonna jump on one of these yachts and we gonna go out to the mansion and finish this motherfucker up if you don't mind, man, you know. Let's go have a little fun and show them how to road to living in, you know what I mean, 2024. Give me a little peep ski. Can we rock like that? Alright, that's what the business is. You got anything to say? Yeah, it's another thing. We 11 drinks in right now, y'all. So y'all got some real shit. So, yeah. Know what I'm talking about? Swim well. Man, bro. Know what I'm talking about? Swim well, man. Yeah. Too dope.